Hi Gemini, this is your December 23rd through the 29th weekly tarot reading. We'll have 4 separate spreads in this weekly reading. In the first spread, we'll be looking at new love entering your life. Spread number 2 is for those of you who are already involved with somebody. In the third spread, we'll see if anybody wants to get back together with you this week. And the fourth, the final spread, will be what you're not expecting to happen this week. Please like, comment, and subscribe to support this channel. First of all, Gemini, you probably noticed if you've been following me for a while, I usually do 5 spreads in my weekly readings. I'm only doing 4. I'm not doing work, business, and finances. I know a lot of people are going to be taking some time off, celebrating, and if you celebrate Christmas, then Merry Christmas. If you celebrate other holidays, Happy Holidays. I hope you do get to take some time off and spend time with the loved ones, or spend time among friends. Anyway, this first spread is on new love this week. We have the Queen of Swords, clarified by the 6 of Swords. We have the 8 of Wands, the 9 of Cups, clarified by the 3 of Cups. We have strength in the potential outcome with that King of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. And we have the Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Chances are you're dealing with a fire sign, Gemini. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Alright, if you're not dealing with a fire sign, then let me know. If this person is not the fire sign, they may have major fire placements in their chart, because it's all fire in the potential outcome. Okay, and the Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck is a fire sign indicator. We also have the 8 of Wands is sort of in the beginning of this reading. So yeah, the King of Wands is the person you're dealing with. So most likely, yes, a fire sign. And so it's going to be a very passionate connection between you two, if you know what I mean. Yes, it's going to be a very passionate connection, and yes, there is a trip coming up, and yes, it also has something to do with some kind of an event or a party or gathering or get-together. Alright? So yeah, we do have 3 knowns in this reading. You got a trip coming up. You're most likely dealing with a fire sign. And it's not only a trip. You could simply be traveling to some kind of an event, or maybe you're going to go somewhere for the holidays. Perhaps you're taking some time off. And you could be meeting this person while you're traveling, or maybe the two of you are going somewhere. Okay? We have 2 major arcana cards in this reading, in this spread. Both of them are in the potential outcome. Okay? And that's good if you ask me. So there is definitely a long-term potential, especially with that Wheel of Fortune right next to the deck. Alright, yeah, so we start with you, the Queen of Swords, right? I think it's a reasonable assumption to say that's you. You're clarified by the 6 of Swords, and right next to you we have the 8 of Wands. Both of those 2 cards could definitely be interpreted as cards of literally going somewhere, and I think that's what's going on here. Perhaps, if maybe you have a friend who is also an air sign, and maybe you're traveling as a group, or going somewhere together, and but you're meeting this King of Wands either way. Alright, so whatever the case, the 8 of Wands is also the Cupid's arrows card, so you could be meeting this person while you're on the road, or maybe both of you are traveling, or something like that. Alright, in the middle we have the 9 of Cups clarified by the 3 of Cups. So 3 of Cups is definitely a card of an event. Definitely, right? The 9 of Cups could also be interpreted as a card of an event, because in some tarot decks, in the 9 of Cups, people are sitting around enjoying a meal, celebrating something. In some other tarot decks, in the 9 of Cups, people are sitting around and celebrating. And the 3 of Cups clarifying it, yeah, it's a confirmation, it's some kind of an event. Absolutely any type of an event. Alright, the 9 of Cups is also a card of a wish come true, and it's a card of satisfaction. Satisfaction. Speaking of satisfaction, that Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck, yes, it's the most fiery, most passionate ace out of all 4 aces. It's also possible that Ace of Wands is simply coming from that King of Wands, right? But something is telling me this connection, and at least in the beginning, is definitely going to be based on passion. Alright? So in the potential outcome, besides this King of Wands in the middle, we have strength and the Wheel of Fortune. And strength could be a Leo. The Wheel of Fortune can actually be a Sagittarius. Both are fire signs. Okay? But if we forget for a second those 2 major arcana cards could be interpreted as particular zodiac signs, then strength could be a card of pure raw passion. Alright? Strength is also a card of courage, and my favorite way to interpret strength is loyalty. Loyalty. I prefer loyalty in this case. But it could be all of the above. The same card could be interpreted in multiple ways, even in the same spread. The Wheel of Fortune right next to the deck, if it's not a Sagittarius you're dealing with, then the Wheel of Fortune is another travel card. All right. But at the same time, the Wheel of Fortune is a start of a cycle. A very fortunate one. Hence the word fortune in the name of the card. All right. It could be like a very fortunate turnaround for you, Gemini. This whole thing could be a fortunate turnaround, but I like the fact that those two major arcana cards in there. Okay, so you definitely have, at least in the you guys can definitely try it out and see what happens. All right, you can definitely do that. You will most definitely have a lot of good times, a lot of fun with this person, and perhaps take it from there. All right, Gemini, really happy for you. Congratulations. If you are already in a relationship or married, Gemini, this spread is for you. We have the Four of Cups clarified by the Five of Cups. Then we have the Eight of Wands clarified by the Page of Pentacles. We have the Fool and the Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with an Aries. So here's the deal, Gemini. All of this can play out during this week, or perhaps the first part of it already played out before the beginning of this week. Here's what I'm talking about. We have the Four of Cups clarified by the Five of Cups, right? The Four of Cups is a card of a rejection, all right? And the Five of Cups is a card of regret. Can be interpreted as a card of a regret. So perhaps in the past, somebody offered you something, and you were like, no. Or perhaps this is what's going to happen in the beginning of this week, all right? There's definitely some kind of an offer, or there was some kind of an offer, and this offer is either getting rejected or got rejected. And, this offer actually could have been coming from you to your person, or maybe your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife offered you something, and you're like, no. Okay? And it kind of feels like a reversal of that no. The no is going to become a yes. Okay, so you're changing your mind, your person is changing your mind, both of you are changing your minds, and you're going for it, you're doing something. Taking a leap of faith, taking a risk. Alright, so what this is talking about could be about absolutely anything. Absolutely anything. Perhaps you offered, or you're about to offer, to start taking dancing classes, or rock climbing classes. Or go somewhere, right? And the other person, the person on the receiving end, is going to be like, I don't know, I don't think so. But then they will change their mind. All right, somebody's changing their mind. That's what it kind of feels like. With the Eight of Wands and the Page of Pentacles and the Fool and the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords, as a matter of fact, often comes through as the word yes. All right, it's a card of a new beginning. The Fool could be an Aries you're dealing with, but the Fool is a card of taking a risk, taking a leap of faith, being spontaneous, trying something new you haven't tried in the past. So basically, like I said, this spread is about a no becoming a yes. And it could all play out during this week, or perhaps a no already played out. All right? Cool. Let's see if anybody comes back from the past for you, Gemini, this week. Keep in mind, it doesn't have to be the most recent ex. We have the King of Cups clarified by Judgment. We have the Four of Pentacles clarified by Death. We also have the Ace of Pentacles and the Two of Swords on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Scorpio in particular, by the way. It doesn't have to be a Scorpio. But yeah, you got this King of Cups. The very, very first card that came out, that's the person. So most likely it is a water sign, or somebody with a ton of water in their chart. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. They're clarified by Judgment, so they're coming back. It is a card of somebody coming back from the past. It's also a card of a judgment call. Okay? And the Two of Swords on the bottom of the deck. It is a card of a crossroads. So perhaps this is where you're going to be sitting, at the crossroads, trying to decide what you want to do. At the same time, the often forgotten meaning of the Two of Swords is ceasefire, armistice. Let's sit down and talk about it. If we can have some sort of a peace treaty. But what's interesting about this reading, right? Because in the middle we have the Four of Pentacles, and then the Ace of Pentacles came out, right? For some of you, maybe this person just recently leveled up in terms of their finances. Somehow they started making more money. They could have inherited money. right? Or perhaps in the past, this person was greedy. They could have been greedy to their time, to their emotions, to money, and they're not going to be that way anymore, because the last card is the Ace of Pentacles, right? Kind of symbolic. You see how the person in the Four of Pentacles is holding on to a pentacle. It's something dear to them, something precious to them. Yes, that was the Lord of the Ring impression. Anyway, but the Ace of Pentacles, right next to the deck, in that card we see a hand with a pentacle, right? See the difference? In the Four of Pentacles, somebody's holding on to a pentacle. In the Ace of Pentacles, somebody is sharing a pentacle. So maybe it's them changing completely, right? Death, clarifying the Four of Pentacles, could simply be a Scorpio, but death is a card of a transformation. So again, if they were holding back to stuff and feelings in the past, they're not going to be doing that anymore. Perhaps that's what's different about this person now, and you can decide what you want to do about all of this. All right? Cool. Let's see what you're not expecting to happen this week, Gemini. We have the Queen of Cups clarified by the Sun, the Ten of Cups, the Four of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. We also have Leo on the table. All right, so here's the deal, Gemini. If I'm connecting with a male or masculine Gemini, and if you have this Queen of Cups on your radar, not only on your radar, if this is somebody you want to get serious with, go for it. Go for it. And yes, the answer is going to be yes. For some of you, you could be embracing the energy of this Queen of Cups, because I personally believe we're definitely capable of embracing the energy of any king, queen, emperor, and the empress. All right, so maybe you're the Queen of Cups here. And by the way, this is such a happy reading, because the Queen of Cups is definitely happy, right? The Sun, clarifying the Queen of Cups. First of all, it is a card of clarity, and it's the happiest card in the deck. All right? The Ten of Cups in the middle is the happily ever after. So you got the happiest card in the deck and the happily ever after. Okay? For some of you, it could be indirectly related to you, because this is what you're not expecting. All right? This could be happening to somebody else. The Queen of Cups could be somebody else. Maybe a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, and perhaps they're getting married, they're getting engaged, and that's what you're not expecting. But I didn't see you being upset about it. Even if it's indirectly related to you, you're not going to be upset. It could be maybe your daughter, or maybe your friend, maybe your sibling who is getting married or getting engaged, right? Because we do have the Ten of Cups and the Four of Wands. Two marriage cards, two commitment cards on the table. All right, the Ten of Cups could also be like a family-oriented celebration. All right, but and we have kids on the table, by the way, right? We have a child in the Sun card riding the horse, and we also have a couple of kids jumping around in the Ten of Cups. All right, the Ace of Pentacles, by the way, is a golden opportunity, once in a lifetime opportunity. This card sometimes comes through as a marriage proposal, or it's like a life-changing event, life-changing offer, because there's a pathway in the right bottom corner of the Ace of Pentacles. It is a pathway to new life. And supposedly it's something you're not expecting, Gemini. Let me know how this plays out for you. All right, Gemini, so that's what I have for you for this reading for this week. If this video resonates with you, please like it. Please also comment and subscribe. And other than that, Gemini, have an amazing week.